Hi, it's Lori from Positive Thanks Living. I'm beginning a December daily challenge from Barbara's 49 Dragonflies. She has a list of prompts for collaging. And because I don't feel confident in my collaging yet, I thought I'd use her December daily prompts as a way to get better. So I have this, it's a piece of cardstock really, and I printed it ChapterOne's pages out, Christmas Snowy Garden pages, and glued them together. So I have a pocket this side and a pocket this side. I put an angel on top. That was from Graphics Fairy premium site. Just fit it in there. And that's the cover to this point anyhow. I'm going to probably add to it. And I collected some tea-dyed paper, cut it so it would fit in there, like so. And there's enough pages for 30 days prompts. This I did yesterday just to get ready for December 1st. Happy December 1st, by the way. It's a scrapbook paper and a doily and a stamp and yeah, some distress ink paper that I mushed it out on a page, spritzed some water, and then put paper down. This is what happened. The tea-dyed paper soaked it up. It's such a strong color. It's rustic wilderness. It's very strong. You can see I inked it along the edge here. Inked along the edge of the fussy cut scrapbook paper too. And that's my first collage attempt. Yeah, it's okay. 2020, a time to remember. Yeah, that's for sure. So today, for the first day of December, I used the prompt about just scraps, 12. Use only scraps in the background. And I have a box of scraps, cut-offs from projects that I've been using, and that's what's in the background. I stamped on the scraps with the few stamps that I could find. These are from our daughter. She allowed all her craft supplies to come live at our house, so it's kind of fun to discover what she has. So those are the stamps that I have. This big one. I printed off a set of numbers for each day. I'll put whose it is down in the description because I can't remember right now. I have Barbara's pretty December dailies print-offs here. I'm not sure exactly how or where I'm going to use them. There's some of our daughter's, Sarah's, bling. I'm not a person that usually puts that sort of thing on my crafting, so this will be interesting to incorporate something shiny. I have a very old songbook from 1994. Okay, maybe not that old to most of us that are in our 50s or 60s, but it's from where I grew up. And it's funny looking at all the ads. This is, I believe, who produced this? Oh. Anyhow, I'm going to cut some of the Christmas carols out. It's fun to see all the ads and the different companies that were there in 1994. I don't know if they're still around. And I'll use that because one of the prompts is about using things from a catalog. But I also have this. This is brand new. It just arrived. And it's a flower company. And I thought these are some gorgeous floral images that I can cut out and use in my collaging also. So I'll use this new magazine. I have Christmas cards. Some of these are ours we got over the years. Some even, I believe, are my mum's that I brought back from Canada. That one I think was hers. I think it's so beautiful. Yeah, so bits and pieces of Christmas cards to use in the collaging. And what else? Oh, I don't know. I guess we'll find out what else there is to add as we go through. So today I'm supposed to put something here as a focal point. So the background is all stamped scraps. I have to find something that would work as a focal point, because as I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, which I could be, when you're collaging, you should have a focal point. Well, I thought maybe I'd look through here. Oh, wow. And see if I can find a woodland animal, because a forest animal, because it says here, include a forest animal from a magazine, a vintage book, stamp, digital print, a photo, etc. So any of these old cards have, obviously I could use the nativity, a forest animal, though they're not forest animals. It's interesting when I'm reading through the prompts, I realize things I wouldn't normally think of that I just necessarily just go to. That's cute. Forest animals are not one. A rabbit, does that work? A forest animal, a rabbit that's one option. Okay. Do you keep your old Christmas cards? We used to use them as our tags on our Christmas presents the year later. So that was, it's always been a tradition just to grab the old Christmas cards to make tags when we wrap our presents. That's how I use that. Oh, that's interesting. These are from my grandparents' 50th wedding anniversary cards. Obviously not Christmas. I put them somewhere else. The cards I remember cutting up from their wedding anniversary. There were only a few cards to choose from on the market at the time, because most of the cards were the similar. All right, so it looks like my only choice in all the little cards that I have is this little bunny. Bunny it is. Question is, do I put, so I've left all my pages free so that it's easier to work with. I imagine that this would take away from, this is the same size, so do I do the bigger one? Ideally, I'd like to have a huge forest animal. Well, let's cut it out and see what happens. I know that I have some images that I purchased, but I haven't printed them off yet. They're from Astrid, I believe her name is. And there's a lovely bear in that collection that would work so nicely here. Okay, we're going to cut around Now in these scraps that I put onto the page as the background, I didn't ink the edges, and I think I might do this again, the idea of scraps in the background, and ink the edges and just see the difference. Nope, I don't like that. Well, that's okay. I'm not in love with it. At all. What do you think? Nah. See, it's so tiny. It's a great big animal. Unless I don't do that. Hang on. I'm going to go print off those pictures. So I'm going to pause the video and I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back. I know for you it was just a moment. So I printed off the bear that I was speaking of, and it's by Maureen Astrid, and she has a whole collection of a planner and without the planner on top of the images. And this bear just caught my attention. The other option I have is the ChapterOne papers. I like the little mouse, but I need a huge. So I might just cut out the wee stamp and put it at the top or something. The bear is going on there. So first we cut it out. And I think I'm going to ink the bear because that'll make it look nice. Now I printed these out. It's cardstock. It's not really heavy. And I have not figured out the GSM weight paper thing. This is not as heavy as regular cardstock, but it's heavier than paper. So it's a beige or ivory, and I'm really liking Maureen Astrid's images on ivory. I printed it out on white a couple days ago on just the white copy paper, and it didn't do the images justice. So I'm thrilled to be able to have some ivory paper. There we go, a woodland animal. Sure, why not? Obviously, I need to become a little more well-versed in nature images. It's just not been a part of my aesthetic. I like seeing it in other people's videos, but my own, I'm going to need a different ink, the vintage photo ink, to do the edges of this. Glitter glue. Again, glitter glue with no glitter actually in it, for those of you that are not familiar with the type of glue. The little scraps I did with a glue stick, and I don't use glue stick very often, but I thought for this December collaging I would explore glue stick, because everyone, I see them using it and they seem to really enjoy it, and I'm the problem. hasn't worked well for me. User error, obviously. I had purchased a few of the Yoo-hoo, how do you pronounce it? Glue sticks for that. All right, there we are. We have a bear. It's a large woodland animal with a background of scraps stamped. And you can see that I really hope that by the end of December I improve in my collaging, because this is not thrilling me. Anyhow, I hope you have a wonderful December 1st and December all month long. This year is almost done. Whether it changes in 2021, I don't know. But it's nice to be with you in December. Take care. It's Lori from Positive Thanks Living.